Joseph Murphy, all the world believes a lie. They told you your pain was caused by circumstances. They told you luck, time, and other people decide your destiny. But that was the lie. Tonight, you'll remember what the world forgot, that there is only one power shaping your life, your own subconscious mind. And when you learn to command it, fear collapses, scarcity dissolves, and life begins to obey your inner word. Stay until the very end, because before this night ends, you will hold in your heart one sentence powerful enough to rewrite your future, and the world you see outside will begin to mirror the truth within. Imagine walking through your day as if the whole universe were listening, not to your words, but to your tone, not to what you say aloud, but to what you whisper in secret to yourself. Joseph Murphy called this the silent architect of destiny, the subconscious mind, that vast hidden workshop where every belief is a blueprint and every feeling a living command. You are not a wanderer in a storm of forces. You are the storm maker, the wind giver, the calm at the center. When you forget this, life seems random. When you remember it, miracles look like logic. The lie began the moment humanity mistook the mirror for the face. We saw results and called them causes. We saw disease and blamed the weather. We saw lack and blamed the world. But nothing outside has ever had power, except the power we loaned it. The infinite within you never punishes, it only reflects. If you decree, "I am unworthy," the world agrees. If you decree, "I am guided," the world clears a path. So now, right where you are, take a breath and claim your authorship again. You are not at the mercy of appearances. Appearances are at the mercy of what you assume as real. Picture yourself standing before two mirrors. In one, you see fear, shadows of scarcity, worry, self-doubt. In the other, you see calm, strength, clarity, the quiet joy of knowing who you are. And both mirrors are waiting for your gaze. The one you look at expands. Your attention is the current that feeds reality. Your feeling is the spell. Your word is the seal. Say softly within yourself, "I give power back to the one within. I withdraw power from appearances." And now, pause for a moment. What is the lie you've been believing about yourself? That old idea you're ready to release tonight? Write it in the comments below. Not as confession, but as declaration of freedom. Because when you name a lie, you drain its power. And when you share that truth, you might be the reason someone else wakes up too. The body obeys belief, not accident. The air, the weather, the economy, none of these are lords of your fate. They are like actors waiting for your direction. You, the writer, have forgotten your pen. A man once said, "The night air gave me a cold." But air is innocent. It has no command to harm. A woman said, "Strawberries give me hives," but millions eat them joyfully. It is not the fruit, it is the thought. The subconscious is obedient, not intelligent. It does not reason, it responds. If you say, "I can't," it seals the order. If you say, "I am free," it begins construction. It is your invisible servant, loyal to the last syllable. So here is your first act of reclaiming dominion. Withdraw the crown you placed on the world and give it back to the divine within. When the old belief whispers, "You're at their mercy," answer calmly, "There is only one power here, and it is for me." Repeat it until the fear thins, until the body loosens, until the mind remembers its throne. Because this is the awakening Joseph Murphy spoke of. Not a mystical escape from reality, but the realization that you are the place where reality begins. Keep listening, because in a few moments you'll learn the simple, living sentence that can dissolve fear mid-breath and open the door to the life you've been asking for all along. There is a law that never sleeps, a law older than the stars and closer than your breath. Joseph Murphy called it the law of belief. Whatever you truly believe, not what you wish, not what you say politely, but what you feel to be true in the secret chambers of your heart, your subconscious mind accepts as law and reproduces on the screen of life. This is not punishment, it is precision. The subconscious does not moralize, it materializes. It brings forth the images impressed upon it with faith and feeling. That is why two people can live in the same world and inhabit two completely different realities. One wakes to opportunity, the other wakes to worry. The difference is not in the world, it's in the belief they fertilize before dawn. So ask yourself, what have you been rehearsing when no one was listening? What sentences have you been whispering into your own inner ear? Because every phrase becomes architecture. Every fear repeated becomes furniture in the house of your days. Every vision loved becomes the garden that greets you when you open your eyes. Your subconscious is not a jailer, it's a servant of infinite capacity. But it takes its orders from your emotion, not your logic. You can pray 1,000 times for success, but if your feeling tone is, "I'm still lacking," that feeling cancels the words and writes the real command. So the secret is not to beg for better days, but to assume them inwardly until the heart relaxes into their reality. That's the true prayer, not repetition of syllables, but embodiment of what you seek. Feel it real, and the infinite begins to rearrange circumstances to match the vibration you carry. And this is where your transformation begins. For the next 21 days, I invite you to join thousands who are proving this law for themselves. This is not a theory, it's an experiment in divine mechanics. Every day, for just a few minutes, you'll write one simple statement of your desire, as if it were already fulfilled. Then you'll close your eyes and feel it alive within you, the sound, the light, the peace of having it now. Do this morning and night, that's all. Call it your 21-day challenge to create your dream life. It's a living practice of Joseph Murphy's, Neville Goddard, and Florence Scovel-Sheen teachings, to imprint the subconscious with certainty instead of doubt, with harmony instead of fear. You'll find the link in the description and pinned comment below this video. Start tonight. Begin before you're ready, because readiness is not a condition, it's a decision. When you act as if the inner word were already law, the outer world rushes to confirm it. Doors swing open that logic had locked. People appear who seem coincidentally aligned. The invisible orchestra of life begins to play in your key. Murphy said, "You are the gardener of your mind. You sow thought seeds every hour, and soon you shall reap the harvest." He was not speaking in metaphor. The subconscious truly grows what you water with attention. If you plant resentment, you harvest more reasons to resent. If you plant gratitude, you harvest grace in unexpected corners. And if you plant love, especially self-love, the quiet respect for your own divine origin, you harvest harmony, opportunity, healing. This is why the law is not cruel. It is consistent. It cannot betray you. It can only reflect you. So tonight you have one holy task: to choose your seed consciously. Say gently within yourself, "I choose faith instead of fear. I choose cause over effect. I choose to remember the one power acting through me now." Then feel what that means: the stillness, the sovereignty, the peace. That feeling is prayer, and the moment you feel it, creation begins. Let me tell you a secret the sages knew. The universe does not respond to effort, it responds to order. When your inner vibration is harmonious, your outer world must align by law. So the work is not to push, it is to harmonize. When you harmonize with good, good cannot resist you. In the coming sections, you'll learn the practical techniques Murphy used to prove this law again and again. Stories of healings, reconciliations, sudden supply. But before that, let this truth root deep inside you. You are not here to fix appearances. You are here to reveal perfection. And the key that unlocks it all is not force, it's belief impregnated with feeling. Keep listening, because in the next chapter, you'll discover a simple sentence to speak before any meeting, journey, or decision. A prayer so precise, it bends obstacles like grass before the wind. There comes a moment when theory must walk, when the truth you've heard must take your hand and step into the street with you. That's why Joseph Murphy gave us what he called the traveler's prayer, a living code to carry into every meeting, every drive, every unknown tomorrow. He said that before you move through any doorway, whether it's your home, your office, or the vast road ahead, you should speak to the infinite as your unseen companion, not as a distant deity, but as the intelligence that walks in your shoes, sees through your eyes, and orchestrates the symphony of right timing. So before you leave for work, before you speak, before you act, whisper this. This is God's idea moving. Divine love goes before me, divine wisdom guides me, and divine power secures my way. The outcome blesses everyone it touches. That's it. Simple, yet cosmically exact. You're not commanding the world to obey. You're reminding it that the world is already ordered to serve the one in you. Picture this. You step outside and the world feels lighter. The traffic lights seem to align. The conversations unfold with grace, and the people you meet mirror your calm. It isn't coincidence, it's correspondence. Because when your inner speech is peace, the outer scene must arrange itself accordingly. Murphy used to say, "The world is your mirror magnified, and that mirror does not resist the light you send into it." You can use this same prayer for any passage, a new job, a first meeting, a difficult conversation, even an ordinary morning that deserves extraordinary ease. Say it silently as you put on your shoes. Feel the rhythm of its certainty. Let the words become a gentle pulse in your chest, and then release it. Do not look back to see if it worked. The act of doubt is the undoing of magic. The act of trust is the continuation of law. Murphy told countless stories of those who practiced this. One woman prayed it every morning on her way to a job that once drained her. Within weeks, the same corridors that used to feel cold became paths of peace. The coworkers she feared became allies. Her tasks turned lighter, and opportunities began to bloom from nowhere. The company didn't change first, she did. She stopped begging reality to behave and began to order it inwardly through feeling. That's how this law works. The outer cannot defy the inner for long. When the cause changes, the effect follows by necessity. Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine your next journey. Maybe it's a conversation, a project, a healing you've been waiting for. See it before you, and then walk through it in consciousness, repeating the words slowly, deliberately. Divine love goes before me. Divine wisdom guides me. Divine power secures my way. Notice what happens to your body as you say it. Your shoulders drop. The tension softens. You are, for that moment, aligned, not striving, but flowing. That alignment is the real protection, the real prosperity, the real success. And because the subconscious obeys feeling, every cell, every circumstance begins to echo that tone. This is why Indian fakirs could walk on fire unburned, and prisoners in freezing camps survived without sickness. Their minds had ascended above the realm of reaction. The same life principle beats in you. When you tune to the higher law, the lower laws bend like reeds in wind. Murphy often said, "You are not a victim of conditions. You are a creator of states." So ask yourself now, what state would you like to inhabit for the rest of this day? Peace? Courage? Joy? Don't wait for the world to justify it. Install it now. Breathe it in as if it were already the climate of your being. Feel it saturate your muscles, your breath, your gaze. That is creation in its purest form, the conscious direction of inner weather. You may find that people respond differently to you, that events unfold with mysterious timing, that the very air seems to collaborate. It's not imagination, it's law in motion. When you walk as one who carries divine order within, you cease being reactive to appearances. You become magnetic, unhurried, luminous. You don't chase, you radiate. And what you radiate returns multiplied, for that is the unbreakable rhythm of the universe. Now, I want you to make this prayer your ritual for the next 21 days. Write it down. Keep it in your car, your desk, your phone. Use it every time you move into something uncertain. Speak it like breathing, calm, sure, surrendered. And if you wish, share your experiences in the comments. Tell us how life rearranged itself when you began walking in divine order. Your story could become someone else's evidence. You may never know whose despair you healed just by telling the truth of your change. Murphy loved to remind his students that even the smallest faith is enough. You don't need to understand the mechanics, you only need to apply them. Plant the seed, trust the soil. The subconscious never fails to respond, it only waits for your direction. So direct it now, with kindness, with clarity, with conviction. Before sleep tonight, say, "Everything I do is God's idea moving. Divine order governs my life, and every outcome blesses me." Fall asleep in that state, and you will awaken tomorrow to a world already bending toward your new command. Not because the world changed, but because you remembered you are the one who speaks it into being. Stay with me, because next you'll learn the one-sentence formula that dissolves fear mid-breath and rewires the subconscious in real time. It is the axis of Murphy's entire philosophy, and once you know it, nothing will ever hold power over you again. There is a sentence older than language, simple enough for a child to speak and strong enough to calm the chaos of a life. Joseph Murphy called it the axis of all healing, the center of spiritual gravity, the reminder that nothing can oppose the one. That sentence is this: there is only one power here, and it is for me. Say it now, quietly. Let the words fall into you like stones into deep water. Feel the ripples. Notice how your mind, once busy counting threats, pauses as if every shadow is waiting for instruction. There is only one power here, and it is for me. Not against me, not distant from me, for me, expressing as the very life that breathes me. When you whisper this in the presence of fear, you realign every cell, every thought, every atom to unity. The body loosens, the pulse steadies, because fear cannot survive remembrance. It feeds on the myth of two powers, light and dark, good and evil, chance, and doom. But the moment you recall that there is only one, fear becomes impossible mathematics, a division by zero that dissolves into silence. Think of the moments when fear disguises itself as logic. I should worry or I'll be unprepared. I should expect the worst to be safe. These are hymns to a false god. They praise division where there is only wholeness. So the practice is not to fight fear, but to withdraw belief from it. Fear is a beggar that lives on your attention. When you stop feeding it, it vanishes back into the dust of imagination. The next time anxiety tightens your chest, don't argue with it. Don't analyze it. Just say, there is only one power here, and it is for me. Say it until the words are no longer defense, but declaration. Say it until the room changes temperature. Say it until the noise outside loses its command. This is the lightning formula, the turning point where the soul reclaims authorship. Murphy told of a pilot who used this very sentence mid-flight when his plane lost an engine over the Pacific. Instead of panic, he repeated inwardly, there is only one power here, and it is for me. He described it later as if a second intelligence took over. The wind steadied. The gauges stabilized. He landed safely. He said, it wasn't courage, it was clarity. That is what unity feels like. Clarity. The disappearance of inner conflict. The moment when your entire being moves in one direction, forward. Try it yourself. Close your eyes and bring to mind a situation that stirs unease. A bill, a diagnosis, a silence between you and someone you love. Now, instead of rehearsing the fear, wrap the whole image in this sentence like gold leaf. There is only one power here, and it is for me. Say it slowly, as if teaching it to your heartbeat, again and again. Let the feeling of safety rise, not because anything outside changed, but because you changed the atmosphere inside. That's the secret. You don't wait for peace, you generate it. You don't seek safety, you radiate it. You don't beg for favor, you assume alignment. The subconscious accepts this new instruction instantly. It begins to reorganize everything that touches your life to conform to the truth you have spoken. This is not superstition. It is spiritual physics. If you want to test it, make it your habit for 7 days. Each time a small fear appears, missing a deadline, misplacing your keys, worrying about what someone thinks, stop and affirm. There is only one power here, and it is for me. Watch what happens. The misplaced item reappears. The timing works out. The person you fear judgment from becomes unexpectedly kind. Not miracles in the theatrical sense, but corrections in the rhythm of life, as harmony replaces interference. And then when a larger fear comes, an illness, a financial weight, a change you didn't choose, you'll already have practiced the muscle of remembrance. You'll stand still and say it again, not pleading, but proclaiming. You'll feel the trembling stop and know that you are not in the storm, you are the calm that commands it. This sentence is the heartbeat of every prayer Murphy ever taught. Behind every affirmation, every lecture, every testimony of healing or success, this truth hums like a hidden chord. There is only one power, and it is good. You can even simplify it further. One power, one presence, one law, one love. Whisper it as you walk, as you cook, as you drift to sleep. Soon it will become the background music of your mind. And when the music is harmony, the dance of life cannot help but follow. Remember, the outer world is not your master. It's your mirror magnified. Whatever rhythm you play inwardly, the mirror dances to. So play unity, play peace, play certainty, and the mirror will shimmer accordingly. If you wish, share this experiment in the comments. Tell us what happened when you used this sentence in a moment of fear. Not for praise, but for proof. for every story becomes a signal fire for another soul. This is how truth travels faster than fear, one awakened mind at a time. Now breathe. Let the words settle deep. There is only one power here, and it is for me. Carry it through this day as your invisible armor, through this night as your lullaby, through every encounter as your silent signature. The infinite within you is never against you. It only waits for your permission to act as you. Grant it that permission now. Say it once more. There is only one power here, and it is for me. And as you say it, feel the entire universe bow in agreement. Stay until the final chapter, because next comes the revelation of the vow of oneness, the cinematic closing where this truth becomes a way of life. And you'll see how to live every day as the sculptor of your world. The screen of life grows quiet now. You stand where the journey began, but the one who stands here is not the same. Something has turned within you, a subtle alignment that no eye can see, but that every circumstance will soon feel. This is the moment Joseph Murphy called the Great Remembering. The instant when you stop seeking power and recognize you are the power, the voice, the mirror, and the miracle. Tonight we began with a lie, the ancient illusion that external things are causative. And one by one we peeled away its disguises until the truth stood bare and radiant. There is only one power here, and it is for me. You felt it. You spoke it. You carried it like a torch through the corridors of fear, and the shadows bowed. Now it is time to make it permanent, to turn truth into law, and law into a way of living. This is the vow of oneness. Close your eyes. Imagine the infinite standing before you, not above, but as you. It has your eyes, your voice, your heartbeat. It looks at you with no judgment, no demand, only recognition. Now, inwardly say, I will not give power to appearances again. I will not worship fear in the costume of circumstance. I will remember that all life flows from within me, and that what I bless must bless me in return. Pause. Feel the weight of that vow settle, not as burden, but as crown. You have just taken the ancient throne of consciousness. From this day forward, no situation, no delay, no name will stand between you and the infinite. You are not a seeker, you are a sender. You are not a beggar, you are a builder. And the tools of creation, thought, feeling, word, are already in your hands. Tomorrow the world will look the same, but it will not be the same, because you will walk through it differently. You will rise in the morning not asking, what will happen to me today, but declaring, what will I create through me today? You will notice that things begin to cooperate. Traffic flowing like water, people meeting you halfway, doors opening at the rhythm of your calm. Not because fate has changed, but because you are no longer contradicting your own command. Murphy wrote, change your mind and you change your destiny. The past cannot pursue you. It only echoes until you stop repeating its name. And tonight, you stopped. You broke the echo. You stepped out of the hall of mirrors and back into the light of authorship. Let this next vision anchor your vow. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. The same world, new lens. The same body, new rhythm. You speak and peace enters the room. You decide and doors respond like loyal friends. You rest and creation works the night shift joyfully in your stead. All of this because you remembered the one, because you stopped scattering power and started radiating it, because you learned that law is love wearing the mask of order, and that love, the life principle itself, has been dreaming through you since the beginning of time, waiting for this very moment, your full consent. Now take this vow into sound. Say it aloud with me as softly or as boldly as you wish. From this day forward, I live as one with the infinite. My thoughts are seeds of blessing. My words are instruments of peace. My feelings are the fabric of my world. I will think only from love, speak only from truth, and act only from the awareness that all power is within me now. Let silence follow it. That silence is sacred. It is the infinite answering yes, and so it is. And when fear tries to return, because it will knock again, gentle and familiar, you'll smile. You'll remember the sentence that dissolves all illusion. There is only one power here, and it is for me. You'll breathe once, and that will be enough, because you are no longer the person who believes in two powers. You are the one who knows, and therefore commands, the one. Before this light fades, I want to thank you for walking this path tonight, for letting these truths take root in the secret soil of your mind. And if this journey has stirred something awake in you, if the idea of living from that infinite presence feels right and real, then keep walking with us. Join the circle of seekers who've become finders, the builders of the inner world who shape the outer. Become a channel member for early access to future narrations and to support the creation of more journeys like this one, deeper, cinematic, alive with the wisdom of Joseph Murphy and the masters who walk beside him. Together, we'll continue proving that thought is cause, that belief is power, and that love is law. Now, as we close, listen to these final words not as poetry, but as truth. Divine love goes before me today. Divine wisdom acts through me now. Divine power secures my good. I accept the finished miracle. Carry that with you into every hour that follows. Let the next dawn find you lighter, the next challenge find you calmer, and the next dream find you ready. Because the miracle was never waiting for permission, it was waiting for your remembrance. And now you remember. There is only one power here, and it is for you. Now go and let the world reflect the one you have become.